What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Panthers Advice. Today we're taking a look at the undrafted free agents who signed with the Carolina Panthers. Now, who do we have on this list? Can anyone live up to Coker's standard? Because you got to remember, Jalen Coker last year was an undrafted free agent. This year we got Ethan Garbers, K-Ron, Lynch Adams, Jacolby George, Musa Muhammad, who's kind of a video by himself. All right, Michael Tarquin, Luke Kendra, Steven Lasoya, Tusavi Namora, linebacker Fresno State, Bam Martin Scott, linebacker South Carolina, Corey Thornton, cornerback Louisville, Mike Reed, cornerback San Diego State, Isaac Gifford, and Ryan Fitzgerald. Let's break down this list real quick and then we'll talk about the two guys who are really going to go in on today, man. Now, what stands out right away, Jacolby George and Musa Muhammad, to me right away, because that receiver room is already stacked. And then you bring in these two, right? Two guys I think could have a chance of, making the team potentially. Muhammad's going to get his own videos, so stay tuned for that. Next thing I noticed, they they sign an offensive tackle. Something I think a lot of us thought they might do to replace Taylor Moton down the road, but they signed one, all right, undrafted free agent. Then they go and sign two linebackers and two defensive backs. I think we all saw that coming. I was shocked, honestly, they didn't draft an inside linebacker during the draft or a DB, right? But hey, they signed a couple here. So far, they've been pretty good. All right, draft picks, signing, undrafted free agents. So I've got faith, Dan, Dave, Brant, and everyone else in that building. But let's jump into today's video. In today's video, we're going over two of these guys. First one is Jacolby George. Now, this is interesting right here. Now, what makes this so interesting? Because it says right here that he signed a deal worth $215,000 guaranteed. That's a bigger guarantee than he would have received if he was drafted in the 6th round. Who did the Panthers take in the 6th round? That was Jimmy Horn, right? Jimmy Horn. I cannot wait to see how he does. So what does this tell me? This tells me they knew Jimmy Horn was going to get taken if they didn't take him, right? But Jacolby George, for whatever reason, I mean, there might be a couple reasons which we'll dive into in a second, right? But there's a chance that he wouldn't get drafted. And Panthers, they were correct, right? They bet on Jimmy Horn. Okay, he'll probably get picked. We can probably wait on Jacolby George, offer him a little bit of extra moolah, you know what I'm saying, right? Offer him a little piece of the pie, and maybe he'll sign with the Panthers. And that's exactly what happened. So once again, man, that front office continues to make moves. Let's talk about Jacolby real quick. So right here, it says he spent his entire college career at Miami. Hey, no transfer portal. So does that say something to some people? Yes. To some people, no. All right, best year was his junior year, 57 catches, 864 yards, and 8 touchdowns. All right, he maintained strong production in 2024, hauling in 53 receptions, 752 yards, another 8 scores, working alongside number 1 pick Cam Ward. Now, what's interesting here is he played at Miami, and up until last year when Cam Ward was there, Miami hadn't been much. So the fact he stayed there kind of says a little something. Goes on to say the Panthers made a major investment at wide receiver during the draft, selecting Arizona pass catcher Tatora McMillan with the number 8 overall pick to provide quarterback Bryce Young with the top new target. All right, McMillan is expected to play a major role in Carolina's offense moving forward, but there is room for George to make the 53-man roster. With receiver remaining a need, George's proven production against high-level competition gives him a shot to potentially make the roster. So, kind of so far so good about Jacolby. NFL.com has him at 5'11", a $172, so he's a skinny guy. 5'11", 172. That's about what I was in high school. Maybe, I was like 160. Ooh, I was skinny then. All right, let's keep it going. We'll keep it going. Overview, 2-year starter with consistent production, but lacking desired pro traits. I hate when they do that. Just give us a couple of them. Don't just say lacking desired pro traits, all right? George is a feisty competitor who has allowed that fire to burn his team with critical penalties at time. So you're kind of seeing why he may have fallen, right? Goes on to say he wins a few more contested catches than people would expect for a receiver his size. Again, 5'11", 170. Unless he can rebrand as a crafty slot receiver, the difficulty he encounters when trying to beat physical cornerbacks could be an overriding concern for teams. Nobody in the NFL is really pressing like that, stacking the box, only giving you a single high safety look. It's not happening anymore. I mean, it'll happen at times, but that's usually with the best receiver. And what's happening there is they're on a cover 2, cover 6 kind of look where they're just trying to slow him down. And they're probably going to send an exotic blitz. So you're trying to take that number 1 receiver off his time. That way, by the time the quarterback looks to go that way and looks to go to a second, third read, bang, there's pressure in his face. So this whole talk about, I don't know if he'll make it because he can't beat the press. It's a different game, and y'all know that too. But let's keep reading. So it says strengths right here, competes hard with a feisty demeanor. But you just said you don't know if he'd, man. Shows ability to maintain top speed during long developing routes. All right. Snaps off short and intermediate routes at crisp angles. Another thing that's in common with McMillan and Jimmy Horn. All right. Good awareness to dot his feet on boundary catches. Averaged 12 yards per punt return in his first 2 seasons at Miami. Watching his highlights, I didn't really see him as a punt returner, but, maybe. Weakness, let's take a look real quick. These are always my favorite. Small frame will fall below the NFL threshold for some teams, just like Jimmy Horn. I mean, I feel like if a receiver or DB, whoever it might be, is under 5, I guess 6 foot, because this guy's 5'11". I guess if they're under that, this automatically goes in there, all right? Displays average suddenness for his size. Labors when dealing with tight man coverage. What else we got? Unable to run by cornerbacks to catch deep throws. Okay. And then flagged for multiple conduct penalties. Now, that's why I'm guessing our guy right here, Mr. Jacolby George, fell. All right. Because of conduct penalties. All right. That's why he didn't get drafted. That's why the Panthers are taking out a flyer on him and essentially giving him a little bit of the piece of the pie, if you know what I'm saying, right? 215 isn't a lot compared to the other guys. But if it's more than a 6th-round pick, that tells me he's probably 4th, 5th-round talent. But the man can't help himself. So hopefully the Panthers can try to right the wrong with him. But let's take a look at the highlights, all right? Because the highlights, they're good. So this year, 51 catches, 728 yards, 7 touchdowns. Let's see what we're working with. A little 4x1 set. That's interesting right there from the Miami Hurricanes with Cam Ward at the quarterback position. And you got Jacolby going right over the top. So they talked about, I don't know if he can man coverage. He's got enough speed. Is he the fastest guy? No. But once he gets going, right, and those strides get to kicking man, you better be able to stay up with him or you better not sleep on him before it's too late. And then right here, woo, this is what I like to see. And the reason I put this player in here, not only did he score a touchdown, but you got Cam Ward, it looks like floating to his left, trying to make a throw across his body, right? And look who's going there. Bang. Okay, so I can see that kind of playing into Bryce Young, right? And then right here, screen, screen, screen. I talked about this with Jimmy Horn, Trevor Etienne. So why do I keep preaching about screens with it's Jimmy Horn, Trevor Etienne, and now Jacolby George? Because Dave is going to run screens no matter what. Now, why does he want to run screens? Exactly what I said before, right? Defenses drop everybody back. They're not pressing like they used to. They're not stacking the box like they used to. It's a pass-first league right now. So if you can run screens and get our guys like Damian Lewis, Robert Hunt out in the open to go hit somebody, this is why I keep emphasizing it. Because it's going to come back. Dave kind of phased out of it last year. But trust me, he's going to bring it back. So back to the screens right here. All right, Jacolby. He's quick. That little hezzy, woo-hoo-hoo. A nice little something right there. Run that back real quick. Got him. Clean. And then right here. All right. He's going to get tackled. What we need is a little bit more open space for him. Because once his legs get going, like if he had an extra second, he was going to kick that up. I think of it like a mountain bike almost. Got to give him time to get that stride going. And then he's going to keep that stride all the way to the end zone, man. Let's keep it going. Right here, nice little out route for 6 on the board. I like that he uses his hands. He's not a body catcher. All right here, comes at the 50. And then this play right here. What do you guys think is going to happen? A, runs out of bounds. B, a little juke. C, runs right at him. Or D, giving him one of the nastiest spin moves I've ever seen. Take a look what happens. Oh, that's nasty work. All right, right here. Another screen as you're going to see once again. And he's so shifty. I hate to say it. All right, and low-key, It's not because of the conduct penalties, I promise. But he reminds me of Deontay Johnson. All right, I'm not saying it because of the conduct penalties, but when I watch him play, Deontay was about that same height. Deontay had nasty route running. Back shoulder throw too. I mean, you guys remember what Deontay did against the Raiders? With Andy Dalton. And I think the game after that too. Hopefully this man does not get in his own way because he's got the talent. You saw the back shoulder catch. You saw the spin move, how shifty he is in the open field. Maybe not as quick as Deontay, but man, very, very similar. Right here, once again, going across his body, and who's he finding in the end zone? All right, little screenplay once again. I mean, I like him a lot. The next guy we're going to talk about is K'Ron Lynch-Adams. So in his one season at Michigan State, 734 yards from scrimmage and 2 tutties on the board. All right, played in all 12 games, including a pair of starts at running back for Michigan State. Prior to Michigan State, he went off. All right, he played at UMass and Rutgers, 2,500 rushing yards, 373 receiving yards, and 19 total touchdowns. So if you're like, why the fall off? Because just look right here, only a pair of starts at running back from Michigan State. This dude isn't going to wow you with his speed, but when I watch him play, he's a bowling ball. He's a bowling ball that somebody threw down the street, all right, and then here he comes tumbling down. All right, he's a small back, he's feisty, and he just wants to hit. His acceleration is up there too, and then look at this right here. Boom! Oh, man. To me, he's a bigger Rico. We need a physical back like this. I mean, this right here, let's pop somebody. Let's pop somebody. Not saying Chuba doesn't do that already, okay, because Chuba does. But the way this dude runs, it's like a bowling ball that somebody threw down the street, and he's just going to go and go and go. His motor never stops right here. Off his screen on 3rd and 10. He embraces contact. Once again, the screen right here, it's 3rd and 17. Ooh, a little short. And then right here, a goal line back. Could Chuba be a goal line back? Sure. Okay, sure. Trevor, potentially. Rico, potentially. K'Ron, to me, when I watch him play, I love his energy. He's always go, 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 go. He's looking to hit somebody or get hit. He embraces contact. Could the Panthers use him? Yes. It's just that running back room is so stacked right now. I hope he at least stays on the practice squad, but we'll see what happens. With that being said, that's going to wrap it up. Panthers advice is out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Muhammad video coming soon. I mean, there's so much content. I can't even tell you guys. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.